She ruled from the throne, but heaven was never on her side. When influence loses its soul, she had power, she had influence, she had a throne beside the king, but she did not have God. And when power walks without truth, it always destroys everything in its path. This is the story of Jezebel, a woman whose name became a warning. Jezebel was not born in Israel. She was a princess from Sidon, raised among idols and false gods. When she married King Ahab, she didn't adapt to Israel's faith, she replaced it. She brought Baal worship into the palace. She filled the land with altars God never approved. And slowly, quietly, the heart of a nation drifted. Ahab wore the crown, but Jezebel held the power. Jezebel hated one thing more than anything else: truth. She hunted the prophets of the Lord. She silenced voices that confronted her control. She believed power meant never being questioned. But God always sends a voice. And his name was Elijah. On Mount Carmel, Elijah challenged the prophets of Baal. Fire fell from heaven. God answered clearly. The people turned back to the Lord. That should have been the end. But Jezebel was not humbled. She sent a message to Elijah, "I will kill you." When truth threatened her throne, she doubled down on pride. Jezebel's greatest crime was not idolatry. It was refusal to repent. When Naboth refused to sell his vineyard, Jezebel orchestrated lies, false witnesses, and murder. She used power to steal what did not belong to her. God saw it all, and judgment was spoken. Years passed. Jezebel aged, but her pride did not. When judgment arrived, she dressed like royalty, painted her eyes, looked out the window, still defiant. But power without God has no protection. She was thrown down. Her reign ended not with honor, but with silence. Jezebel teaches us painful truths. Influence without humility corrupts. Power without God destroys. Pride silences truth. Control can masquerade as confidence. God will always outlast rebellion. She had everything the world values: status, authority, fear. But she lacked the one thing that matters: a surrendered heart. Power can build. Power can protect. Power can influence generations. But without God, power becomes a weapon against the soul. What areas of influence has God entrusted to you, and how are you using them? If this story challenged you, subscribe for more powerful Bible stories about women whose lives warn, teach, and transform.